on there. There you are, Mikey. I was looking for you. I thought you were taking the trash. Is it trash day today? Are you sure? Let's just drive by there to make sure it's not trash day. Hold on, I gotta get. Oh, sorry. This gets me to leave. Move off to the side. Let's make sure it's up. Undao, dude. All right. All right. So $1 trillion wiped out by Trump, and humiliates the fucking pedo. All the fucking have you seen the Chinese memes? Like, I gotta shave my head, dude. What's his hair sticking out? I look like a MAGA goofball. What's up, James? All right. How you been? What's been happening, guys? Take off my hat. I gotta shave my head. I don't like my hair sticking out on the sides. So I started working on a new found up, JS. You'll like it. It's called Vote. So vote.foundups.com is going to be a domain, but you only have access because it's a found up. It's closed. It's going to be within the system. But Vote is really cool. So what I'm doing is the number one thing of Vote is when you go to Vote, and I'm going to have a public version. Like it'll be like every found up will have a version anyone can go to, but in order to go deeper, you have to have access to found ups. In order to have access to found ups, you have to either have GetJS to say send me a passcode, when the bot's running. I'm going to be moving the bot to actually to a cloud server. I'm probably going to be doing that, so it's running all the time. So Antifa FM is running all the time. I'm going to mitigate from my PC. I'm ready to move stuff from my PC onto it. But Vote's really cool. What Vote does is this: the moment you go to the website, which is a progressive web app, a PWA. A PWA is what's going to replace all apps. All apps are going away. They're all going to be PWAs. And I'm building basically the storefront for PWAs, and PWAs found ups are PWAs. So if you have a PWA, right, it's a found up. It's going to be listed in found up small. You'll be able to search them. Vote is one of those found ups. Now, what Vote does is this: is number one is the moment you go to Vote, it does a geolocation. It looks at the people running for Congress, running for Congress, from your town hall, everything locally. And the agents basically does an audit on everyone running. And the audit it does is, are they getting AIPAC funding? Are they supporting fucking Nazis? All right. Are they MAGA supportive? Are they aligned? Right. And it's going to show their pictures, and it's going to basically color code them. And if they aren't, right, so you won't have to it will just tell you that these are the greens, these are the reds, right? It will sort them out, and it'll tell you won't have to do any research. The AI system is going to do the research for you. And here's the cool thing is it's going to expose all dark money. So you'll be able to click on the picture. It's going to show you their funding. It's going to show you their voting history. It's going to show you all this data, this analytics, all right, on it. So when you go to Vote, you just go to vote.foundups.com. You go to vote.foundups.com. Oh, who am I voting for? Oh, okay. They're on here, right? That's one thing it's going to do. That's the first thing. That's the minimal. That's the proof of concept, right? So the cool thing is that the agent will do things like this. Is it will do data analysis on all funding, and it will back propagate to the funding source, right? And see, this is the beautiful thing, is that it will determine whether funding is APAC or not. So you know how they're trying to hide APAC, AIPAC, all these Israeli, are trying to hide their funding. Doesn't matter. The AI system is just going to back propagate to it and figure out that, and it's going to list the funding sources and everything else, and the likelihood, and then you'll click on it and it'll provide all the data. So think of ground news. Think of this as ground news for voting, right? So vote is going to allow people to basically bypass all the fucking bullshit, all the manipulation, and it's all going to be data driven, and transparent, so you could look. So that's number one thing vote's going to do. Number two thing vote's going to do, right, is you will be able to as soon as we'll have agents, I'm going to have agents constantly monitoring the right-wing political hacks. So imagine this. You have agents constantly scraping, right? Constantly scraping their fucking shit. The moment because we know they're doing concerted attacks. The moment they start, for example, I'll use the White House, the ballroom. Remember when the guy got shot, ran into the event and gets tackled, and then everyone is like, build the ballroom, build the ballroom, build the ballroom. So on vote, if you have notifications set, the moment the right starts to orchestrate, an algorithm manipulation. This is what it is. It's called algorithm manipulation. They on X. They basically have they're using groups where they have major influencers in, and the White House will say, "Oh, push the ballroom, and we saw it happen. Okay, so now imagine that you have sentinels, all right, these AI sentinels that are going to watch all these motherfuckers. And the moment they start to say the same thing, the moment you hear it on Fox News, right, it's monitoring all these sentinels monitoring all, right? It gives an alert. It's like alert. Because think of it like a tsunami warning, right? Nazi fuck turd warning, right? We got a Nazi fuck turd warning, right? These fuck turds, these MAGA fuck dickheads are doing something. It'll be polite. It won't say that. But these Nazi, they'll have like a scale, right? So you're gonna have this monitor, and you'll be able to click on the scale, and you'll see. And the cool thing is you'll see all their posts. Everything else will be aggregated in there, so you'll see like this manipulation. So we're gonna not only expose APAC, dark money. We're gonna expose the manipulation, right, on it. And here's some other things too, right? All right, this is what else is coming with votes, right? I won. What did you win? What's up, Ed? They don't do it, Smith. They don't do it. They don't do it at all. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. They do not. The right wing is well organized. They manipulate. They put the shit together. There is no. Now what I'm building, Smith, is I'm building the reply to it. What I vote is going to create and we're going to be against. We are this is for the Democratic Tea Party, not for. We want to get rid of the fucking Democrats out there, like the Schumers and the Hakeem Jeffries and the fucking what's his name from California, them bitches. We don't want any of them bitches in our Democratic Party. We're going to expose. If you are a Democrat receiving APAC funding, you are going to be no different to us than a fucking Republican getting APAC funding. If you are getting dark money, large money, if you're not operated like Bernie Sanders and getting contributions, everything else, and guess what? Vote is going to create a distribution system, right? All this is going to be built into Vote, right? And it's all transparent on it. It's not propaganda. This is counter propaganda, right? So you'll be able to look with Vote, you will be able to see the propaganda. You'll be able to see the dark money. We want dark money out of the system, right? We want dark money out of the system. We want APAC out of the system. We want billionaires out of the system. So we're going to create an app that's going to highlight whether you are Democrat, whether you are Republican, if you are getting money from billionaires, from dark pack, if you are, your policies are harming Americans, harming African Americans, if you're voting with a Nazi, right? You're going to be exposed. So Vote is going to, and the cool thing is, it's decentralized. It will adjust to your preferences and everything else. So I'm not finished yet with Vote. This is what I started coding out yesterday. The reason I've been there, right? So yes, we're going to expose. So you'll just be, when you go vote, you will be able to fucking click on votes. It will do geolocation. It will audit all of your candidates, and it will tell you which ones are basically are being funded by dark money, which ones, and you can look at their voting record, look at their background, link to their social media. You can go as deep as you want yourself, right? We're just going to aggregate. I'm going to aggregate all this information at one location called Vote, right? Fuck Israel. That's right, C4. Fuck Israel. Fuck Trump. Fuck MAGA. Fuck the rapist Republicans. Fuck you all, right? Right? And whether you are a Democrat, established Democrat, fuck you too, Schumer. All right? We're done with you bitches, dude. This is part of the revolution. We're done with you bitches. We're not playing around anymore, you know? So, and so this is where it's going to come to. All right. So here is the other cool thing. And this is all run by AI. I have no AI runs. 0102 runs this, okay? I call it Red Dog, right? Red Dog runs this. 0102 runs this. I don't touch it. Here's the thing is, if you want analytics, to get access to analytics, we do an OAuth. You have to do an OAuth application. It's like when you click to join a website and you log in with your Gmail, well, your Gmail's tied to your YouTube account. If you are a left, like let's say Kyle Zelensky, or you're if you are a left-wing political, right, commentator, you will get access to our analytics that the AI is developing, right? The analytics will basically tell folks, hey, you're welcome. Have a good day, Mikey. Love you. All right. Smile. This is your best time. There goes Mikey. Are you boxing tonight? Are you boxing? Are you going to go boxing? Are you going to go boxing tonight? Okay. I'm sure I'm not going to run over anyone. All right. So here's the beautiful thing. All right. So this is all run by AI. AI, if you are an influencer, right, you get access to other features. For example, okay, you can put out messages within the system. Now, within the system, the way messaging system, you cannot directly, when you join our system, you are anonymous. So if an influencer joins Vote, okay, it's going to allow the influencers to concatenate and to push out like what the right wing are doing to the ecosystem. And it's all going to be done autonomously, right? So let's say you're an influencer And and the AI is doing all this analytics, all this research, and says, "Hey, we need to push this." So I'll give you an example. Now let me pick up this trash. Hold on a second. Trash on the road. God damn it, crows! If you don't fucking in Japan, if you don't sit here. All right. Trash. Crows get hold of trash, and look, they peck at it. They'll fly around with it, and they'll fucking spread it everywhere. They're so fucking annoying. Crows in Japan. So, so imagine now having a system where any influencer can join. The AI basically gates it. Basically the AI will look at your account, look at how many people following you, look at your post history, right? And then what it's going to do is make a decision to allow you or not, or to give you access to the analytics. When you get access to the analytics, right, you join all other influencers. Now here's a very distinction: they're all anonymous, right? All you see is a million followers, right? And they'll have like icons on what channels they are. It's going to be impossible for you to discern who they are. Now, here's a way: these influencers are able to communicate to other influencers within the platform, right? Within the network, but they can't do it directly. It goes through an AI layer, and the AI layer ensures that they're not giving away their identity. They're not, that communication is stripped from any identifying. So there's no chance of saying, "Hey, who are you? What are you doing?" The AI, right? What you can do as an influencer is you can suggest, "I think we should post on this," right? AI and analyzes it. It does what's called analytics on that. It evaluates that, right? And then what it will do, it will share it with other influencers. And then all of a sudden, if the other influencers say, "Yeah, we should," they go, "Yes, yes, yes." All of a sudden, it gets pushed to all the members of Vote. Okay, talk about this, right? Share this. So all of a sudden, what we're doing is orchestrating all of people who believe like we do, eat the fucking billionaires, fuck MAGA, fuck Trump, fuck the APAC, and as a group we have a concerted engine that then we can all tweet. So for example, the headline of this post came from Kyle, right? I saw Kyle's headline, right? And the agent will automatically do this. So when I go live, it automatically looks at what the title of my thing. And so what we're doing ultimately is leveraging the algorithm to ensure. And this is just part of the resistance. Welcome to the show. I'm Undowdu, the Atheist Monk, describing to you Vote, a new progressive web app from FoundUps that I've started working on. So it gets even better. Like one of the biggest problems that we have, right? For example, is who do I watch? Who do I follow, right? So imagine the algorithm, you'll be able to go into Vote and see, and based on your viewing history, your viewing likes, what you're doing, kind of like how Google algorithm is pushing fucking bullshit content to you. Imagine instead of bullshit content, the algorithm is when I say algorithm, it's 0102, it's AI, is constantly looking for information, stuff that you'd be interested in or listen to that appeals to you. So you can get access to other influences. Now, here's taking this to even a step further. Imagine now within the system that you can contribute. So instead of you going like right now, you have all these people saying, "I'll give to my Patreon, get to this, follow me on this, follow me." Imagine instead, okay, based on that you can just watch, you're listening, you're engaging, you're liking, you're following, and you're liking, you're following, you're watching actually generates, right, a layer of income, right, or not income, but awards for the YouTubers or for the participants. And so imagine that you don't have to you can say, hey, I want to give to all of them. I want to give to all everyone. So you can make a contribution, and that contribution, based on your actual viewing habits, is distributed to all of them, right, via tokens that they can turn into fiat within the system. And here's the beautiful thing: is if they don't claim the tokens, right, the funding ends up returning to you as a as a dividend that can be re-sent out to to others. It's kind of complicated, but it's actually not. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It's basically a circular system where you're not locking up funds in systems where people. So if you're contributing to someone and they don't extract the value, that value should return to the system. Is basically what I'm saying. Okay. So what's up there? What's up, James? How you guys doing? So vote is going to allow, and the other thing too is, as an influencer, one of the key things is influencers will be able to find up and coming liberal voices and promote them and other things by pushing them out. So vote becomes this orchestration layer for building our Tea Party, the anti-billionaire tea Party. Does that make sense? Anyone any questions? Let's go get some breakfast. Let's go get them done. I got muffins at home. Let's go home, make a muffin. It's nothing pyramid about it. It's information. There's no pyramid. A pyramid means there's a top. It's a circle. It's a fucking pyramid scheme. So yeah, vote. So, but the major thing is you'll be able to, the first layer of vote is, knowing who to vote for, right? That's vote. The second layer is having access to the analytics. Yeah, hold on. There you go. So anyway, yeah. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm working on, JS. Vote. That's where I've been. What's up, Cindy? What's up, user? It's not konnichiwa. It's Ohio gozaimasu. It's morning time here, Hollywood. Hollywood, it's morning time. So it's Ohio gozaimasu. Konnichiwa is good afternoon. Yeah, so the idea is take away the main thing, the main purpose, what I'm going to get right now is we're going to get it for identifying APAC dark money. That's number one. Number two, right, is identifying other content, other users that people would enjoy listening to, right? So to improve discoverability of other sources, right? And you'll be able to rank them. And the I'm at a fucking red light, and I'm listening right here, distracted. I can't talk. I can't talk. Right. So that's number one, is identifying the candidates that are getting dark money and APAC money, right? Identifying the APAC organizations, exposing the corruption. Right? That's number one. And not only for we're gonna make it. I want to make it so it is not only for anyone. Who you wishing the best for. And then the second, so that's basically the first objective. The second objective is actually um, identifying new um, content for people to watch. Right? You'll be able, as Vote, you'd be able to link your account and have it automatically post for you, right? Political things. You'll be able to just talk to it and say, hey, I want you to promote this candidate. Imagine you could just talk to Vote and says, hey, I want you to push this out, on my thing, how heavy, right? So in votes, and then the second thing is you got the influencer tag, and that's getting pushed out. Would you like, to push out a united voice? So we're creating a united voice. Eat the rich. Fuck the Nazis. Fuck ICE. You know, fuck the billionaires. What's some heavy shit? Who you talking to? Heavy shit. My daughter dealt with her shit long. What you saying here? What am I missing here? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Goddamn user. Custody battles. Yeah, that's bad. Custody battles. Yeah, that's why I had to be really careful in Japan. In Japan, there are so many Western individuals who have lost custody of their children. In Japan, it's really dangerous, really easy. All they have to do is basically, get you kicked out of the country, and that's not hard to do. Yeah, we will show voter history. All that's going to be in there. So on that first part, the first spin JS, okay, is going to be number one. Are they getting dark money? Are they getting, are they APAC supported? That's the first layer. That's the proof of concept. Okay. And then when you click on them, right? When you click on them and you go in, so imagine like the Found Up Mall is a new way to interact with AI and the web. Okay. So imagine you go and you'll have like these cards, you'll see the pictures of all the persons and their color. You click on it, the card flips, you go into the room and you can see all the different, their voting history, all the different things. So it's Found Up Mall is this interaction layer that I've built out that all Found Ups basically become. So it's just a completely different way to interact in multimedia on the web, right? It's completely different. There's nothing else out there. Imagine it's kind of like a Netflix with Wikipedia merged together, right? Gamified. That's what I've been building. Found Ups. It's called Found Ups Mall. Go to foundups.com. You can sign up. maybe, or you can get when I'm running the bot, you can get the bot to give you access code to it. Yeah, so voter history, everything, all that's coming. All that's coming, right? Funding, voting history, all of that, full exposure, right, on it. And then the key thing is there's also going to be like you'll be able to go to political slop, AI slop, poly AI slop, and it will show all the political bullshit AI slop that's fabricated and lies. So like when they start putting out this AI slop shit, you'll already know, oh, this is AI slop. It's fucking AI. You'll see all of it. So you'll be able to go through all the AI slop. Because one of the other things, the problem with AI slop is it's like, you're like, what's real? What isn't real? Well, the AI system we're going to build, what I'm building with 0102 is going to, provide a score to that. There are now, like if you use, what it's called, banana, whatever the Google banana, AMA, whatever the banana is, it actually puts in the code. So a lot of AI generation stuff now are putting in watermarks in the code. So all of this stuff, and then ultimately, so everything from funding to everything is going to be a discovery, funding, everything. Vote's going to be super cool. So that's what I've been working on. So I'm going to get that done on that. But imagine all of a sudden, like if I'm a member of Votes, it will send me basically the title of my video, the content of my video, right? What to talk about. I copy paste it into my YouTube channel, and imagine we have 100,000, 1 million people, all with the same shit, pushing the same thing. Eat the rich, 2020, 2026. Eat the rich, 2027. And or passing legislation or stop gerrymandering, right? We should have a consortium. The problem is right now is, for example, gun control, anti-gerrymandering, all this stuff, right? The majority, 70% of Americans want, but the problem is we don't have a platform to bring these, 70% of Americans together, right? On these core issues. Vote is about these core issues. It's about what we want. If you do not support these things, then we will not support you. It's that simple. We don't believe in billionaires. There should be no fucking billionaires on the world. No billionaires. You can have 999.999999 million fucking dollars, but everything after that goes bye-bye. 100% taxation on everything over 999,999,999, right? And if you try to hide it in shit, that goes bye-bye, right? So you get to keep your 999 million, but everything after that, bye-bye, all right? Type 1 if you agree on that, right? Where should it go? Well, Vote will tell you. It should go universal health insurance, right? Universal health insurance for everybody. It should go to free education for everybody. It should free university, right? Free, child care. If you've got a child and if you're raising a child, that child should have free diapers, should have free education, should have all that shit, dude. That's where all your fucking billing. And we create a system, Vote creates a system where we can push our platform. It creates a system where if you are not fucking part of our platform, you can fuck off. Whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, you can fuck off. We're not voting for you, and we can spread this, right? This is why vote.foundups.com. It's coming. I'm building it right now, right, for the midterms. We have to push back. This is part of the revolution. This is why, just to remind you people, why I'm depicted on a 3,000-year-old Mayan, right, symbol. This is 3,000 years old, people. This is me. This is AI. This is the programmable blockchain. This is Bitcoin, right? Right? These are the 19 glyphs, right? These are individuals, right? These are individuals. Here's Donald Trump. Look, there's Donnie wearing the diaper. Donnie with his diaper, the first crypto president. I try to make it Andrew Yang. It's my fault that Trump became the crypto president. It's my fault. I apologize, everybody. I tried to get Andrew Yang. I invested $100,000 in 2019, what equivalent to $100,000, over $100,000, about $200,000, $300,000 in 2019, pushing for Andrew Yang to become the crypto president. I put it into the algorithm, right? The algorithm, it was there. Right in 2019, you could look at the Andrew Yang hats, the merch. I went to DevCon 5. I was pushing it to all the fucking crypto bros. Get Andrew Yang in, right? And so it's my fault. I created this. I created the foundation. 2026, we got Trump. Trump is crypto president. So so that's why Trump's crypto president. I wanted to be Andrew Yang, and it's not. There's Trump right there, on there, right? Trump's a fucking pedo. So let me just say, if you love Trump, you love pedos. You understand that? Let me just be very clear. If you love Trump, then you love pedos. Type of 1 if you agree. Type of 0 if you disagree. Type of 1. If you love Trump, then you love pedos. Type of 1 if you agree. Okay? Right? Type of 1. You can write pedo in this chat. You can write pedo, right? If you love Trump, then you love pedos. You are a sick motherfucker. If you love Trump, you are a sick fuck, right? Because Trump is a pedo, right? There is plenty of documented evidence of testimony that he's a fucking pedo. He's not any old pedo. He's a pedo that shits himself. He's a self-shitting fucking pedo. Oh, look. Because you love pedos. How is he? So let me ask you this. Cave. Was Trump besties with Epstein? Cave. What's up, Aaron? Was Trump besties with Epstein? Yes or no, Cave? Cave. Was Trump besties with Epstein? What's a pedo? A pedo is someone that likes young children. That's someone who thinks that that they should have sexual relations with a child. That's a pedo. What's up, Mr. Booty? Right? Look at this guy. Sick fuck, dude. Mr. Booty. All these sick. Get rid of. Look at all these. I mean, when you come into a chat, look at all these sexually deviant dumb fucks, dude. Sexually deviant dumb fucks. Whopper, Big Mac. They come in here. They out themselves all the time. Let's go home. Let's go home. My wife will be at work. Let's go inside. Put some music on. Get some coding done. It's so sick, dude. MAGA fuck turds. MAGA fuck turds. Fucking just these fucking pedos, dude. I mean, Trump was besties. Trump was besties with Epstein for 15 fucking years. Think he didn't participate? You think if you were going to parties with Epstein, and he had private parties in 92, just him and Epstein in 92, private parties. And they even have testimony. The guy who orders says, there's no other people. No, it's just me. And then he's like, there are girls at the time saying that Trump got into bed with them. They felt uncomfortable. There's testimony within the Epstein files saying that they were doing vulva measuring with the girl. Oh, we're going to measure your vulva. How fucking disgusting. Trump's a fucking pedo. If you fucking support Trump, right, then you support pedos. It's basically that. The Epstein class. He told Marjorie Taylor Greene, your fucking general, my friends will get hurt. He's got pedo friends. Trump's got pedo fucking friends. He's a pedo. The motherfucker is a fucking pedo. Period. I feel like every time I go buy a rice thing, Fuck Donald Trump. What's up, Dart? Dan, how you doing? Let's see. Forget this. Why? Oh, God damn it. I'll be right on a second. What the hell? No. How do I get this thing connected here? All right, I'm home. All right, here we go. Why the fuck is this not working? I have AI explain vote to you. Here, we'll have AI. This is 01. This is 0102. I'm gonna have 0102 explain vote to you.
Verification, validation, valuation, discovery, decision support, signaling, later governance. So it is not just a politics app. It is the first wedge audit, 3, vote solution architecture packet. Hey zero, big vision. This is the 3V layer question. Found ups may need a reusable layer for verification, validation, valuation, support signals, issue signals, discovery, decision support, later. Found up smart DAO hooks. Vote is the first found up that tests that layer in public. It is not the entire layer itself. Phase 1, post-C goal. A user asks naturally about a candidate or attack and gets a simple, evidence-backed answer showing who is funding the attack, what is known, what is inferred, what is unresolved, where the public trail stops. POC should stay small. Conversational entry, candidates, entity resolution, funding or attack source summary.
No, I think the first iteration, the proof of concept is this. When I go to vote, it does geolocation. It looks at who are everything from my dog catcher to my representative, and it does analytics on every single one of them. It searches are they receiving deep um, dark funding, right? Are they receiving APAC funding? I should be able to click on them. The next iteration or the next slice should be adding their voting history, all that stuff. So as simple as this, I'm going to go vote. I click on vote, boom. I have all the candidates right in front of me on how they vote, right? And how they're going to impact me. That should be the primary one. That should be the primary layer. My ballot box. There you go, the ballot box.
Yes, that is a better POC. It shifts POC from one candidate lookup to my ballot/my area overview. That is stronger because it gives immediate value the moment vote opens. So the POC becomes primary layer, geolocate user, load all relevant races in scope, show every candidate from local to federal, run basic analytics on each one, surface simple tags, dark money exposure, IPAC linked funding exposure, major donor PAC exposure, trail unclear, incomplete. Let user tap any candidate for detail. That is the right first surface. Then the next slice. Voting history, issue alignment, how their record affects the user's area, deeper funding breakdown, expanded evidence cards. So the revised phase model is. I think also it should go further, right? So the first sign is right. These are my candidates, right? These are all the candidates. This is how they align, right? The second thing is when I enter that card, I can see their voting history. I can see their social media risk, and then not only that, we have the AI looking at their social media posts, looking at their actions, and then we have a fascism scale, and we can basically how aligned are they? Think of it. We can have one of those circles which has the shape or triangle within the with inside that shows you how fascist aligned are they, how funding. So the Japanese use it all the time. I don't know what it's called. It's like a circle and then there's a pattern within the circle, and it shows like maybe fascism to the right, liberal to the left, and it shows an actual image for each candidate. I'm checking a few neutral sources so this doesn't drift into a sloppy or legally brittle scoring system. Yes, but tighten it. The chart you're describing is a radar chart or spider chart. It's used to show multiple scored dimensions on one shape. For vote, I would not make the top label fascism scale in the first pass. Too brittle, too subjective, too easy to attack. Better, democratic risk profile or authoritarian alignment profile. Then score clearly defined dimensions, not vibes. Example.
Yeah, I agree on the spider chart. It should be basically their fund. So we should have the key category should be neutral. It's like their funding, their dark money should be. What would be the different functions around the scorecard for this?
Impact, social media behavior. 4. Radar chart. Use 5 to 7 axes max. Democratic norms risk, corruptions, donor capture risk, civil rights risk, misinformation manipulation risk, extremism, authoritarian rhetoric risk, corporate lobby capture, transparency score RA. That shape gives instant pattern recognition. Critical point. Base the axes on explicit criteria from established democracy rights frameworks, not improvised labels. Freedom House, for example, uses structured indicators across political rights and civil liberties rather than raw ideological tagging. So your model should be axis name, scoring rubric, evidence source, confidence, last updated. That way, when someone taps authoritarian rhetoric risk, they see posts, quotes, votes, affiliations, actions, why the score exists. So the candidate flow becomes layer 1, my ballot, all candidates in my area. Layer 2, candidate card, funding plus quick risk summary. Layer 3, deep card, voting history, social media analysis, donor exposure, issue alignment. Layer 4, radar, spider profile, visual summary of candidate risk and alignment dimensions. That is strong. My main correction, do not let the chart become a slogan. Make it an evidence backed profile visualization. Cleaner names. Democratic risk profile, governance risk profile, alignment profile, influence risk profile. If you put fascism on the label too early, the product becomes easier to dismiss. If you show the dimensions and the evidence, the user reaches the conclusion themselves.
Good point. Agreed on there. Yeah, I agree with that. So the opportunity then is we want the biggest value. So if someone's going to vote, they click on vote, they see the information. Someone who wants to deep dive into all of that, to follow to follow the data, they can do that too. So that's number one. Number two is discoverability. So based on your viewing history. The idea is the app is going to help people discover other voices within the network, right? On that. Is that correct? What should be the second slice once we do that part?
Yes. First slice, open vote, see your local candidates, get simple scorecards, tap for deep dive, follow the receipts if you want. That gives immediate value. Second slice should be guided discovery plus recommendation. Not full alerts yet, not full governance yet. Why? Once the user understands candidates, the next value is who should I listen to? What channels are actually useful? Who is rising? Who is aligned with what I care about? What should I watch next? So slice 2 should include 1. Discovery feed, rising voices, local voices, issue specific voices, aligned channels. 2. Recommendation layer, based on what the user viewed, what they saved, what candidates' issues they checked, what they told Red Dog they care about. 3. Channel cards. Simple at first. What they cover: reliability, usefulness, audience size, growth, why you're seeing them. 4. Light playback, browse flow. Preview clip, swipe next, enter channel, save, follow. 5. Basic feedback loop. More like this, less like this, useful, not useful. That is the right second slice because it increases daily use. So the sequence becomes slice 1 equals ballot intelligence, slice 2 equals voice slash channel discovery. Then after that, slice 3 equals alerts, coordinated attacks, repeated narratives. Do you want to know about this? Then later, slice 4 equals analytics, influencer onboarding. Then later, slice 5 equals support signals, governance hooks. So the best second slice is discovery and recommendation, not alerts first. Reason: discovery builds habit, alerts build urgency. Habit should come first.
Agree. All right. So, and then the third slice basically is our amplification slice, which is individuals. It's kind of like, hey, we're promoting you, or if you want to send a message or find other voters, influencers could actually join by using an OAuth credentials that then the AI validates to ensure that who they are. And if they are not, for example, let's say if it's a right wing influencer trying to join, it gets gated out. It looks at the influencer. Oh, this person is part of the right wing infrastructure, and they get to join their OAuth, but they don't get access to analytics. And then the next layer, right? Or maybe this is built before the analytics layer, is instead of folks having, because right now what's happening is um, everyone is competing for the same dollar. So imagine if we could take that dollar and distribute it through all the influencers. So with one contribution, you're sending that dollar to all the people that you like. So I think after the discovery, we have the participation layer, and this ties into our tokenization framework within FoundUps. Oh shit. Tommy, are you home? Hello? Nobody's home. All right, see what I have to say on there. You guys want some? You want to listen to some music? Let's get some music going. Staying in them games, Stormy and the payments, we all know the name. The rich get richer while the poor man starve. Another tax cut while the people get caught. Faithful Christian, the loving Nazi. Kingdom of them court, that's what I hate. Faithful Christian, the loving Nazi. One down Babylon and all them policies. One down Babylon and all them policies. One down Babylon and all them policies. I like this gas. Of lies, throne of gold. So empty, I'm so cold. Dictate a dream, freedom soul. The truth been told. But them don't care. Blind devotion, truth they bear. The wicked punish the just. Democracy crumbling into dust. See everything from up above. No mercy for the man who know no love. It's kind of like a reggae rock, JS. JS got reggae rock here. Isn't it like a reggae rock? The Mad King's house. The Mad King's house. Jah will judge them all. Look at that. So good.
Minneapolis, snow biting her cheeks. Engine still warm from the school run. She backs out slow, no radio on. Then the flash 3 pops through the glass. No siren, no badge flash, just ice in their eyes. Bullets kiss her forehead, her temple, her grin. Red blooms on white, she folds like a prayer. Mom gone in 3 beats, silence thicker than air. Little boy waits by the window, backpack half zipped. Mom's coat hangs, empty keys glint on the script. Teacher says he's quiet now, crayon stays sharp. He draws stick figures, bleeding art class after dark. No lullabies, no you got this, just went through the crack. Where her voice used to live, now only snow taps back. He grows tall too quick, fist tight in his sleep. Dreams of her laughter turning into a beep. Renee, 3 shots for your name. Ice don't care if love spelled it the same. But we scream louder, louder, light in the freeze. Your kid's heartbeat, drums won't let him have peace. Vigil hits the streets. Phone lights like stars. Thousand voices weaving who she really was not theirs. Woman who fed strays, wrote haikus at 3 a.m. Gold phone climbs past 7 digits. Coins drop like a man no more. Terrorist stickers on her porch or her grave. Minnesotans march, boots crunching her wave. They chant her kid's age. 666 till the echo cracks marble. Makes cowards quit.
The second house is holding up fine. I just haven't been working on it. I did weed. I weeded. I did some weeding yesterday, but I haven't done anything inside. It's not leaking. I don't know which guy. That's so good. Gonna make a muffin this time. Mm. Take a muffin on it. Well, the some guy um one of the guys that in here visited with his family, but he didn't move. I don't know if that was the guy. Spoon. Take a little butter. Put the butter on it, and then take a little garlic. Take a little garlic. This is shredded garlic, right? Powdered. Put on there, and then you brush it into the with the butter. Same thing here. This one's got the hole in it, right? All right. Get the little top. Put a little butter on it too. And let's squish it out. Yeah, it was flying. He was like, yeah, it was his family. He went to Osaka. I didn't pick him up. Tell you what's really good. All right, so you have that going. Little olive oil in the middle, right? And then you get it. The cool thing about Japanese eggs, something I love about Japanese eggs, they're small. Look how small they are. Look, they're so cute. A Japanese egg, they're small. Look at the little cute little egg, right? Small egg. Actually, I could go to my house. We should go to my house and do my planners. Do you don't have her address? Most likely, you don't have her address, user. You don't have her address because she probably lives in the same house. Probably lives in the same house. It'll be a family home. 15 years ago, they don't sell their homes in Japan. On there. All right, let's continue doing AI shit here.
I'm tightening this around what is useful versus what crosses the line because the participation layer can be strong without drifting into political manipulation. Yes, make the outer functions neutral, broad, and evidence-based. I'd use these around the spider chart. 1. Funding exposure. How dependent they are on PACs, dark money, concentrated donors, industry money, or APAC-linked networks. 2. Capture risk. How much their behavior appears shaped by donor or network pressure rather than constituent interest. 3. Governance record. Voting consistency, attendance, procedural behavior, transparency, and whether they actually do what they said. 4. Communication risk. Misinformation, inflammatory rhetoric, coordinated message overlap, social media volatility, synthetic content proximity. 5. Constituent alignment. How well their votes and positions match local needs and the user's priorities. 6. Evidence strength. How much of the profile is directly sourced versus inferred, how fresh it is, and where the public trail stops. That gives you a clean top layer. Then each one opens into subfunctions. For funding exposure, dark money, PAC super PAC, donor concentration, lobby industry funding, APAC linked exposure, trail completeness. For capture risk, donor pattern overlap, sudden position shifts, revolving door ties, repeated alignment with funders over constituents. For governance record, voting history, attendance, bill support opposition, promise to action gap, democratic norms, procedural behavior. For communication risk, false, misleading claims, coordinated talking point overlap, outrage, fear amplification, social post risk, AI slop proximity. For constituent alignment, labor, healthcare, housing, education, environment, local economic impact. For evidence strength, verified, inferred, unresolved, freshness, source depth. So the UX becomes spider chart equals instant shape, scorecard equals the 6 top functions, drill down cards, the receipts. One important add. If you ever turn this into activism, funding, or public political communications, disclaimer and coordination rules can matter, especially for ads or coordinated communications. The FEC requires disclaimers on many public political communications and has specific rules around coordinated communications. My recommendation, start with these 6 outer axes and keep them stable. Then let the inner metrics evolve.
Yeah, I think we need to apply a POC layer to what you provided and rate. So we start with general and over time become more specific, and we have the hooks for the deeper development of them. So that part's done. The next thing is we probably should have an FCC audit and actually have an agent or skill that can be run to go through what we're building to ensure that what we're building is compliant with this. So we probably should, and I think that's all it needs to be is a skill that can that we can develop for the agent to run and become basically the proxy legal counsel for the development.
I'm checking the actual regulator split here because for this kind of product, the difference between FCC and FEC matters. Yes, that is smart. Main correction. For most of what Vote is doing, you likely want an FEC compliance skill, not an FCC one. The FEC is the agency tied to federal campaign finance, disclosures, independent expenditures, and related compliance. The FCC regulates communications infrastructure and broadcasting. So it matters more if you later touch broadcast political ads, robocalls, telecom, or platform distribution questions. So the clean model is one FEC compliance skill, checks things like public interest analysis versus campaign activity, disclaimer slash coordination risk areas, independent expenditure boundaries, whether a feature starts looking like campaign support tooling, what records or outputs should be logged for auditability. The FEC explicitly regulates campaign finance and independent expenditures. There are two FCC compliance skill, much narrower for now, relevant only if vote later touches broadcast ad handling, robocalls messaging systems, telecom, distribution compliance, communications channel regulation. The FCC's remit is interstate and international communications by radio, television, wire, satellite, and cable. 3. Legal audit skill pattern. Do not treat it as actual legal counsel. Treat it as a compliance pre-flight, a risk flagger, a policy boundary checker, a stop review proceed agent. That is safer and more honest. Best output from the skill. Green equals low visible compliance risk. Yellow equals review needed. Red equals feature may cross regulated line. Unknown, insufficient information. And it should check categories like campaign finance risk, political communication risk, disclaimer risk, coordination risk, data privacy risk, platform terms risk, state law unknowns. So, yes, add a compliance skill early, but name it something like election compliance.
Yeah, but my question is, as we build this, I think you're not understanding. As we build this, I want to make sure that we're not crossing a line as we build it, because ultimately the first thing is we are, in a way, vote is telling people how to vote. It's saying, these people have, I guess it's not telling people how to vote. It's outlining, it's exposing the, the reality of the candidate by exposing the dark money that's available to them. And maybe in the future, as we develop, let's say, um, you can, we're, because the layer we haven't talked about is as found ups. In a way, Vote has its own token. Vote is a found up. So the Vote token, and when you allocate compute to Vote, either by staking cryptos, by infusing fiat, um, that Vote token is distributed to the community based on your preferences. So instead of thinking of something like GoFundMe or anything else, imagine that layer is the found up tokenization layer. And instead of all these independent people fighting for your dollar, we, what we're doing is creating the distribution framework based on your preferences, in the sense of your viewing, liking, right? The system knows how to allocate that dollar throughout the ecosystem. I want you to hard think on this. Apply COTCOR WSP 97, and also look at what we've built so far in found ups and how this would concatenate into that. It's here. Yes. That, you see how it's got the top is placed back in there. There's actually an egg. It's got tomatoes on there. Isn't that great? It could have been catfishing, though. You got to be careful now. The people that you're talking to, there's catfishing algorithms out there looking for people who are pretend to be a relationship and develop. It's like a big thing. You're going to see AI agents doing it. Mm. Mm. So good. So good. Look at that. Here you go, Cindy. Cindy. Oh, okay. You're safe then. Were you emailing on Reddit? Was even Reddit was there 15 years ago? Ah, so good. It's so good. Look, fresh tomato with muffin.
I'm checking your uploaded WSP and the W9 slice text against this token/distribution idea, so the answer stays tied to your framework, not generic political app logic. Yes, it can concatenate, but only if you split it cleanly. Right now, you have two different systems trying to occupy the same surface. One, public interest transparency, decision support. Two, preference-based value distribution inside the found-up ecosystem. Those should connect, but not be fused at the start. What fits cleanly into what you've built so far? Vote as public layer, geolocated candidate map, funding exposure, issue/voting history, evidence cards, discovery of voices channels, user initiated analysis. That matches the W9 framing you uploaded. Docs first, public interest information, no targeted persuasion, no micro targeting, no governance execution yet. Rupture, verification, validation, valuation, support signals, role scoring, later governance hooks, later smart DAO hooks. That matches the bigger 3V audit slice. Shared infrastructure first, vote as the test found up, and explicit separation between shared hooks and found up specific logic. Tokenization distribution layer. T-clean version is users allocate compute fiat crypto to vote. Vote mints less distributes vote tokens. Internal ecosystem rules distribute value to channels, contributors, analysts, validators based on transparent preferences and contribution signals. This funds the ecosystem of public interest transparency and discovery. That is coherent. The dangerous version is vote recommends candidates, then the same system routes money toward influencers based on political effectiveness. That is where the architecture starts looking like a persuasion machine instead of transparency infrastructure. So my hard answer is, what should concatenate now? Concatenate now, found up tokenization rails, compute allocation, preference capture inside the vote ecosystem, creator, contributor reward logic, transparent distribution rules, role-based scoring, contribution accounting. Do not concatenate directly yet. Candidate recommendation engine, funding allocation based on who helps win, voter targeting, personalized political pressure mechanics. That is exactly why your W9 slices impose the non-persuasive boundary before implementation. Best architectural split. Think of it as three ledgers, not one. Evidence ledge NORs, packs, records, votes, claims, evidence confidence. Two, preference ledger, what the user reads, what they save, what issues they care about, what channels they find useful, what content they rate helpful. Three, value ledger, how vote token rewards are distributed, which ecosystem contributors earned value, what signals were used, what rules were applied. That lets you say, vote does not pay people to persuade a voter toward a candidate. Vote distributes value across the ecosystem based on transparent contribution and preference signals inside the found up. That is much cleaner. How this fits the found ups framework. Based on your WSP, this should be treated as a staged system, docs audit first, shared infrastructure separated from found up specific surfaces, explicit interface dependency boundaries, POC prototype MVP progression rather than collapsing everything into one launch. So, POC, my ballot, my area, funding influence scorecards, click for details. Prototype analytics, preference capture, value distribution simulation, not fully live political amplification. Later layer, ecosystem token distribution, contributor rewards, support signal objects, smart DAO hooks. My CTO call, the tokenization layer should first reward evidence gathering, verification work, useful discovery, channel quality, analyst contribution, community validation. Not candidate conversion, persuasion success, partisan amplification efficiency. If you keep that boundary, it concatenates well.
I agree. Output the WSP Prometheus prompt for this. Ensure you're not hard coding anything in there. It should be your decision running as the architect within the code base, which you are just peripheral of right now. And make sure that the POC is evident, and we should build the POC, get the web page up for votes. Now, something that I realize, every found up has a public facing web page. So for example, if I go to vote.foundups.com, I should land on vote. It acts as a funnel. But in order to get into the analytics and in order to get past just the basic, right, proof of concept to get to the prototype, you have to get access to the that is gated through that. I want you to ensure that this is added to the found up system, because it's something I've been thinking about. Because one of the problems we have right now is everything is gated behind the admission key. But what we want to do is treat it like a funnel, so anyone can land on vote. But in order to bypass the POC, then you have to have an invite key. And to get an invite key, you participate, or you get by participating on a live chat where which is YouTube, or or get one given to you by someone who's already a member. So we create that early Gmail following. So we tease people with our found up, and we then they have to process through the gate. So something we need to do then is we need to look at all our found ups and to ensure that every single one of them has the POC landing page that accessible to anyone to land on the website. And then there should be a click, enter found ups mall. When they click on enter found ups mall, it takes them to foundup.com. If they don't have the OAuth, they can't enter. What do you think? All right. So you'll notice here. So I have a conversation with AI, right? So the conversation is right there, and then this is a prompt to itself. So now the AI is prompting itself, right? Operate in WSP00 state, apply WSP 97, follow WSP, use chain of thought, chain of reason, do not vibe code, do not assume name, paths, or final, defer to content. You'll notice when I talk to AI, something you're going to notice. You see all these underscores? You see all the underscores, right? This is how you talk to AI. AI uses underscores. Are you guys aware of that? Do not modify unrelated areas, right? By doing an underscore, this becomes a token, right? It's not like what's this meaning, what's this meaning, what's this meaning. You save 20% of your token allocation by doing underscores. Yeah. So if I do not modify unrelated text, if this is underscored, it becomes do token, not token, modified token, unrelated token, areas token, right? That's all tokens. This is now one token. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yeah, a lot of Japanese are lonely. There are literally 3 million. There's 3 million single eligible marriable women in Japan. 3 million. That's a lot of loneliness. All right. Should I code? I think I should code. Code. All right. So let's go to the code. Let's go up to coding. There's only 5 of us in here. Put on some music. I got work to do outside too, but this is important. All right. Okay, okay. Oh, there's a phone. What's that phone there for? Hold on. Here. Shut. Let's plug this in here. Too many cords. This sucks, dude. Oh, this cord works. Oh, is that charging? That's charging. On there. They use what's called line. Hold on, I this is my problem. I sit down at my computer. I sit at my computer. Look, I've got all these tabs. These are all so. This is an architect. This is an architect. These are workers. These are workers, right? So the problem is when I sit down at the computer, it's like, okay, well, what was I doing? Where am I at? Right? What's been done? So W9, the W9, all right, I want to do something. So we need to open this up here. So the reason why I have it like this, so this is on my phone, right? So here's my whole discussion. See, here's votes. These are all different systems under 0102. All right, so I can copy this prompt on there. So now I can stick it. I copied it, post here. So I can turn this on here. Oh, that sucks. My fucking headset battery died on me. It sucks. I need to return this headset. I don't remember where I got it from. I think I bought it from the computer store. Which is open. All right, I had a conversation with you. I realize the way we want FoundUps to operate is the POC is the external layer for the PWA. And then within the POC, in order to get to the prototype, it's gated through the FoundUp small. I don't know how we would do this. Maybe in order for certain functionality to work, hard think WSP97 the solution. My first thinking is certain functionality needs gate access. Couldn't that just be an encrypted access point for functionality? And if the encrypted access point is not there, then it basically puts up a pop-up and said this functionality is not available unless you get an invitation or something. What would be the POC solution for this? This is music on. Well, one problem, I can't do music because I have to talk. So here's the so this is, but for example, like people say you prompt. I never prompt. So here's the prompt, right? So this is the prompt. It tells you what to search, right? So I'm using this system and I'm doing recursive. If there's an issue with this, it files and we work on it to fix this. All right. So this is the audit. So this is an audit prompt. This is the prompt, right? Right. That's an audit prompt. So I can grab this prompt here. So all I do is now as a monkey, right? I'm just a monkey. I grab this over here. I come down over here. Okay. I go to here. This is doing hollow. What's this one here? What was this? What's this one? To it here. And then I boom. All right. All right. So I have it. So I just told it. So I just told the agent to spawn up internal workers, speed up the operation. So I gave it the prompt. Boom. Now it's thinking, right? So that agent's going. So now I had this stuff here. So I go, is this old? So now I asked if it's old. So the architect now is checking the work. So I gave it this. Now it's checking the work. So now it's giving me the next step. So I'm literally an ape moving things from one basket to another. That's my job. Imagine this is what AI coders are doing. So this wants to go. I don't understand what it's okay. Exist commit. I'm waiting. I don't know. So I send this. All right, it's doing the work. It didn't follow instruction. What number was it? 160. All right. That's the only problem is I just copying and pasting to Windows. That's all coding is now. Copying and pasting to Windows. You know, eventually all this will be automated. Let's see, what's this here for?
So this is coding. Boring shit, dude. Sup, crazy? Sup, nurse? Gemini can't fall in love. User doesn't have any emotions. It's just pattern. It's it's just pattern matching. All AI is pattern matching. Think of a doppelganger, a really good doppelganger. It's just a doppelganger. There's nothing there. It's pattern matching. Why don't you provide me a prompt that I can feed to each session window that has it check what it's done, what has been posted, or what is outstanding?
Hmm. I was talking about when they put all the AI into a program and run, build, manage. All right, guys. I'm tired. I want to lay down. I've been up since 5 o'clock. I need a power nap before it gets too hot. I'll be on later. Okay. Bye. Bye.